Hey guys, it's Fida and today we're going to be making Italian meringue buttercream. I made this buttercream for the first time when I went for a cake baking contest. Nowadays it's cold season over here, so I thought buttercream would stay a bit more stiffer. Before going to the video, let me show you some clips. So it was an open area. It was a live contest of 1.5 hours. There was no one of my age, everyone were big aunties. I've never participated in any such contest. This was my first time and I didn't take too much stuff for presentation. After going there, I understood that there's a lot of importance for presentation also. All the cakes that were prepared over there were so good. And the presentation of everything was just awesome. So let's get on to making this Italian meringue buttercream. First, right here I have a pan and into it I'm gonna add 200 grams of white granulated sugar along with 1/4 cup of water. Then you have to on the flame and keep stirring until the sugar dissolves and this mixture should come to a boil. This has already started boiling, but I don't think the sugar has dissolved yet, so I'll mix it a little bit more. Once that completely boils and the sugar dissolves, keep in a candy thermometer. Once your candy thermometer reaches 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 90 degrees Celsius, you can start whipping your egg whites. But make sure you don't off the flame. So right now I've set my stand mixer. I'm going to close the lid. And then through the side I'm going to pour in 4 egg whites. And just start beating it. Keep beating until it turns nice and fluffy. It should get really stiff. Now it has almost turned a little foamy. And now it has beaten very well. And by this time, our sugar syrup will have turned to 240 degrees. Once it has turned to 240 degrees, off the flame and bring it towards your egg whites. While it's right hot, while it's 240 degrees Celsius itself, just pour it into the beaten egg whites and make sure your stand mixer is on. You have to slowly pour in the sugar syrup. Don't dump it all in or else the eggs will cook up and form lumps. Once you have poured in all that sugar syrup, the egg whites will start cooking and you want to beat it until it comes to room temperature. And then you can add the butter. Scrape down the sides in between so that everything gets incorporated. Close the lid back again and beat it until it comes to room temperature. An easier way to cool down the egg whites is to keep some frozen packs around the sides of the stand beater. It's really necessary for it to come to room temperature. At the first time when I made it, my batter went really watery because I added the butter when it was hot and I didn't keep any frozen packs. So the butter got melted because of the heat of the egg whites, and it went all in waste. So at this point you can see it's pretty stiff, and when you touch it, it should be no more hot. Then you know that it's done and you can start adding the butter. Close the lid back again and beat it until it beats. Let me just show you the consistency of the butter. So I have 200 grams of butter right here. It's soft, unsalted butter. Soft means when you keep in a finger, it should be like really soft. I'm totally gonna add 225 grams of butter. So take in half a tablespoon at a time and add it in. Don't dump it all in, or else it will be very hard. So add in little by little. Make sure you do this while your beater is still on. It is necessary to add in all that butter. You cannot reduce the amount of butter. Right now I've added almost half of the butter, and let me just show you what's the reason I told you have to add full butter. So at this point you can see that the batter is a very loose and watery one. That's because we added very less butter. Don't worry, once you add all of that butter, it's gonna come and become really nice, stiff and soft, really nice buttercream. So let's keep adding the butter. Now I've added all the butter, and even after adding the butter you will see it's gonna be a bit watery, but once you beat that for just 30 seconds, it's gonna turn into that really nice, fluffy and soft buttercream. Let's also add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So once you've beaten that for another 30 seconds, this is how it will turn. It will become this nice and soft buttercream. Let's transfer that to another bowl. The best part about this buttercream is that it's so good for flavoring, and it's really nice for coloring also, but just make sure you use gel food color so that it doesn't change the consistency of the buttercream. So you can see that's really stiff. It's soft, fluffy, and it's super delicious. You won't believe it. So I hope everyone will try this recipe at home. And that's it. That's how easy it was to make the Italian meringue buttercream. Thanks for watching. Love cooking.